sustaining health by food, sustaining life. It's feeding the mind, the body, and the spirit. It also means to cherish, to strengthen, and to build up. It's my hope and everyone's hope that when people come through the door, those are all the things that we do, and that in turn, those of us who are working here will be fed also.
The Nourish Babylon program organically came together because of one person asking another person all down the line, what is it that you could bring to the table?
When we did our asset-based community development process, they learned how to look for the assets in a community. They did one-on-one conversations with people inside the church, with people in the wider community. And what came out of it was we had so much that seemed to cluster around feeding, around fellowship, around food.
I was thinking about, Frederick Buechner, and where the world's need and your passion meet. And that's what it seemed was happening at St. Thomas's, and it sounds like that's what was happening here too. The way we got started at St. Thomas's was after a vestry meeting. I said something about, why don't we think about whether we could do a meal maybe once a month, because we do meals so well here. We have a lot of people that cook and the food's always great. And Janice Anderson got so excited and she was like, I want to do that. And kind of Janice took the ball and went running with it.
We love them. We can sit and talk with them. We offer a safe place for them to come. And then they take their own plates up into the kitchen. I think that's a sign of respect that they enjoy being here.
Episcopal Charities provided some of the initial funding for both Fellowship Cafe and Christ Church Babylon's Nourish Babylon programs. We were excited to learn about how St. Thomas's played an important mentoring role with Christ Church. We want to take this and make it a model.
We're really fortunate to have Angela Zimmerman come in and give us her expertise with grant writing. And at first it seemed like it was just trying to fill out questions, but she taught us that we really needed to define for ourselves what our mission was and our passion and how that met with the needs of the community. So we volunteered at several soup kitchens and we dined among the guests and we talked to the directors and we got a feel for the different flavors of soup kitchens and feeding programs that were out there. And what really resonated with us at the St. Thomas Fellowship Cafe was the feeling of family that was there, that you could not tell the difference between who was a guest from outside, who was working in the cafe, and that felt really special to us and what we wanted to bring back here to Christ Church.
We did work with Christ Church to really discover some of their assets and passions and how they can apply that in their community, understanding what the resources of their community was, as we did at St. Thomas's. But one of the things that I think was even more important as I experienced the cafe was really understanding the importance of the approach and how you create an environment that welcomes everyone into it.
We are modeling from St. Thomas's Fellowship program, but we're also adding in an element by using the garden and the produce from the garden as our source of being local and seasonal and putting in healthy alternatives. When Diane, Gaden, and myself went and visited the other soup kitchens, there was an aspect we felt was lacking, a more health supportive fare in the food that they were offering. It was a perfect opportunity for us to educate others. And that's where my background came from, and Nancy Hemmendinger's background. She actually is a health educator for the Suffolk County Department of Health. It was her goal to offer the food alternatives at our coffee hour, and that's where it kind of started.
It was quite a group effort. Nancy Hemmendinger, Cindy, who is a natural chef, and Nora, who is a gardener, Daria, who is a master gardener, Diane, all of the people who committed to work in the garden. This is the kind of thing that takes the whole community. And that's what this is. This is for the community and by the community.
Even though we haven't even served our first meal, I think the inspiration and the passion from all that are in our ministry is going to shine through.